one to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. The Black Knights will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So USF's offense will be first on the attack. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulls in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. It's Tate. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Army Black Knights offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Run it with the fullback. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Florida has it. The Bulls offense will return to the field. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Williams. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Bulls have a lot of options on second and inches. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. A first down for the offense. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. The Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all take...
There he goes! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Black Knights are flying down the field. Gets the back moving. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The give to the fullback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. To the air, it's Tate. Got his man quickly. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He fires a bullet to the right.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Working that left side now. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Here's the heat. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. All right, let's get it. The Bulls had tough feet. To start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. To throw, it's Tate. Intercepted to stop the threat. Pass to 50. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Spins away from the defense. Let's look at the big picture for Army. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. The option look. He'll do it himself. The give on the option. Touchdown, Army! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Tate. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Got enough for the first down and wants more. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's not afraid to go deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Wants to go up top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off play action on 1st down. Fires left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. It's caught. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Tate. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're setting up the screen. Quick spin on the line. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Bulls have their offense in high gear. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They're working that left side. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st. Wide out trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Black Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Using his feet. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's got it. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Tate. With the catch, it's Williams.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
He's going to run it. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on them.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Black Knights are marching down the field. Rides to back and leaves it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Cavazos. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Surging forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Trying to find the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 5, and this offense powering for the score. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Big fullback's got it. Stop short of the marker, and they stop with this defense, and they get the ball back. And the Bulls buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Tate. With the catch, it's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to...
Turning it off! And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Bulls, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. The Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys.